Hi everybody, what you have in this flip chart is a classic game of concentration where you click on a blue box, it will disappear, and you're trying to match two things for one reason or another. If you don't get a match, you cover them back up. So in this example, I could click on this box and reveal the equation, and now I'm looking for the matching graph. So I click on this one. If they don't match, then in the classic game of concentration, you cover them back up. And so these are set. If you click on them again, you can cover them back up and the next player could try. What I'm going to have you do in this assignment is to create your own game of concentration and keep the blue boxes, but you're going to set up what is going to end up being underneath the blue boxes. So one of the suggestions I would have is that you zoom out a little bit, like to 50%. Then you can see and work with your off-screen space a little bit. The other thing I'm going to have you do if you're going to choose this assignment is open up the browsers. And you're going to want to go to the object browsers because it's here where you can see how these things are layered. You can see that these top shapes, those are your blue boxes that disappear. Don't worry how they disappear, that's for a later lesson. But they're all in the middle layer, and then the things that are behind those objects, those blue boxes, are in the bottom layer. So boxes are on top in the middle layer, and then the objects below are in the bottom layer. One other thing you might want to do is go into what we call design mode. If you go up to this icon right here, click on it so it turns orange. When you're in design mode, your actions are disabled. So when I click on the boxes, it won't actually disappear. And you just have to remember to go back into presentation mode later by clicking again and making this a blue dot. So in design mode, I can click on a blue box, I could move it out of the way, and I could then replace the object underneath with a different image pertaining to your curriculum. And then I can move my box back on top. That's why I wanted you to zoom out so that you'd have some of this off-screen space to move your blue boxes while you set this up. So again, you'll have to go back into design mode to get these blue boxes to behave where they disappear and reappear. The other thing I want you to do is if you hover over this border, you can stretch your object browser, and you can, if you hover over these headers at the top, you can stretch these. What I want you to also try to do is just to play around with the object browser. If you double click on the name, you can change the name of the object to something that's going to make more sense to you. So I wanted you to rename some of these objects as well so that they make more sense as to what they exactly they are. So your job is to recreate concentration for some sort of a lesson experience that you teach. Good luck. If you have any trouble, get in touch.